Hey everyone, today I'm back in Lost Ark to do the follow-up video to my Aeromancer progression video to kind of showcase where she's at right now. Wanted to make this video a little bit earlier in the week, but unfortunately enough, some unfortunate IRL stuff ended up happening, which is why the video got pushed back a bit. But it did mean that I had a little bit more time to play her, got her through Akkan, got some extra tripods, that kind of stuff. So I can basically just kind of go over how she is right now. As you can tell by the title, she is now Akkan ready. What I mean by that is not that she reached 1580, but that she's also in a playable state where I feel good about bringing her to like a raid like Akkan, where I won't feel like a deadweight in my party. Like, I do decent amount of damage. Of course, Aeromancer, especially Wind Fury, which I play, is not really a top-end DPS character, but I can keep up with the other DPSs in my party. So it's definitely not a bad DPS character, and she is also built well enough to the point where she can dish out that damage. So let's just jump straight into it. So over here we have my Aeromancer, as you can see, 1580 and a little bit. That's from crafting the one Akkan piece that I have. I haven't honed it yet because I'm gonna need all of my resources to hone my main to 1600 in the coming weeks. I think I have like 2 more weeks or something before I have my third armor piece from Akkan, and then it's gonna be honing until hard mode. I also reached level 60 at the beginning of the week. Basically did that through a combination of a couple of things. First of all, I did all the available story, which basically just means Elgasia and Rowan, because with the power pass South Vern is completed. I had also saved up a bunch of cube tickets, so that helped me out quite a bit, because cube does give a decent amount of experience. And I also saved up some bloodstone chests, so that allowed me to buy more cube tickets, and it also allowed me to buy the experience potions from the guild shop, which I also bought those from the pirate shop, so like whatever ship is in the harbor, and then also from the PvP shop. So those 3 things I did: cubes, story, and then of course also the stronghold farm. And then with the express event we got a bunch of XP potions. If you use them at level 56.71, then it boosts you all the way to 60. So getting to 60 took me a little over 2 weeks. If I had more cube tickets it would have been faster. But still, I think 2 weeks time to reach level 60 is a very good pace to do it. Now, I'm also noticing right here that I'm on my Drizzle build, because I do use Drizzle for my Chaos Dungeons and such, and I was playing around with it a little bit more earlier as well. But when it comes down to the main build, I am playing a Wind Fury Aeromancer. I've got one relic accessory, and that's my class accessory, because the ancient accessories for your class are very expensive right now. Quality is pretty decent, almost got 1800 swiftness, unfortunately enough didn't get there. Could get a better necklace, but I mean it's a 631, so it's a little bit difficult to upgrade that without spending like 150,000 gold on that. Bracelet's also pretty decent, got over 100 swiftness, 90 crit, and then also circulate on it, which is one of the better lines. It's only 3 lines in total, but I'd rather have 3 good lines than like 5 lines and only 1 or 2 of them are good. Engravings 5x3 plus 1, and then no negative engravings, really happy with that. There are some different 5x3s you can do with, like for example incorporating Cursed Doll and then getting Adrenaline 1, but if you go Adrenaline 1 you kind of want a crit ring, and then Cursed Doll isn't as amazing. So basically this is kind of the build that I wanted to follow. There are alternatives out there if you want to do so, so don't just copy me, just kind of play whatever you want to play. Gems also haven't changed since last video. 4 level 9 gems on my main damage skills, and then everything else is just a level 7 event gem. Cards, I'm gonna get LOS 30 tomorrow, and the reason why I can say that for sure is because of the frog event that's going on right now. I'm gonna be able to buy a legendary selector, and I only need 1 more card for like the last 3 weeks, and basically I'm gonna be able to get that card tomorrow, so I'm quite happy with that. In terms of the tripods, I basically got every important skill to level 5. So over here, no skill ups because nothing is needed over here. My magic cycle over here, this is the MP return whenever you hit the skill, quite important, because Wind Fury Aeromancer can run into some mana issues, so I would definitely recommend you max this out as soon as possible. Like, I would even go and buy tripods on the market board for this one. This one's not that important, you can leave it at level 1, but because I had some extra tripod levels left over, got this one to level 4 for now. Over here, this one's level 5, again, not important. This skill is kind of like a sub DPS skill. Getting the mana cost reduction leveled up to 5 would be nice, but I don't necessarily need it. As long as my support is alive, I'm gonna be fine with mana, but it would be nice to have there. This one will also be nice to have at level 5 because it is still a sub DPS skill, but it's not really a very important one, so that's why I did not bother buying it. When it comes down to my 4 main DPS skills though, everything over here is at level 5 now, which I am very happy with. Did cost me quite a bit of money because I got very unlucky with some of these tripods. Now I did leave this one at level 4 for the simple reason it's an attack speed tripod, and getting extra 2% attack speed, not really that important in my eyes, because the skill is already a very fast casting skill. So that's why I didn't bother buying this one. But I basically got all the important ones at level 5, and everything else is at level 4, so I am totally fine with that. Also, forgot to mention, I guess, full level 2 set with 3 pieces at level 3, and these will slowly go all to level 3 in the next coming weeks, as I do more Triangle hard mode. Unfortunately enough, I got not so lucky with the quality on my armor, as you can see. I did get a success on my weapon, which took me like 30-35 tries or something to get that to happen. And then I just kind of ran out of Chaos Stones and money. I now have gold again, because I sold some gems and whatnot. But this is gonna kind of go on hold until my main is done honing to 1600, because I'm gonna need all the gold that I can get to get my main over there. So hopefully this will improve soon, but for now it's okay. I'll get the extra damage in the near future because I do definitely want that to be higher. Now, as you already saw, I also did something extra, and that is that I got a Drizzle build. Now, when it comes down to the Drizzle build, this is more of a budget build. It is more of a for fun build. Like whenever I go do raids like Akkan, Triangle hard mode and whatnot, I'm gonna be playing Wind Fury, but whenever I want to just play around a bit, have some fun, maybe do like some older content, I do enjoy playing Drizzle as well, because it's a bit more of a chill build. It's not as high APM intensive, a little bit more range, pretty fun build as well, so I wanted to have one to just kind of play around with it. So that's why it's full relic accessories, made this build more than 3 times cheaper than my Wind Fury build. The bracelet here is also not that amazing, it's just spec swiftness. The rolls are pretty decent unlike the spec and the swift, but everything else is just kind of whatever. Engravings also normal 5x3. Gems full level 7s. I do have 2 level 6 cooldown gems, but again, a cooldown gem doesn't scale that much, it's literally just 2%. And it's also on 2 skills that don't need the extra cooldown. One is going to be on Whirlpool, which is already a very short cooldown compared to the other main DPS skills that you're going to be using on Drizzle. And when it comes down to Fly, it also doesn't need a cooldown reduction. And if I really wanted to, I can just take away the mobility tripod and put on Quick Prep if I really need that little bit of extra, which I don't. So that's why I kind of went with that. I'm just using the level 6s right here. Reason why I'm not upgrading to level 7s is because I sold all of my level 7 gems that I had, because I needed the money to hone my main. So that's why that is the case. In terms of tripods for this one is going to be full level 4s with a couple of level 5s in there. So as you can see over here, we have a level 5, but everything else is basically going to be mostly at level 4. And I have a couple of lucky ones where I did get level 5, but for the most part it's at level 4. So that's why this build is a little bit more budget, because I didn't spend the gold like I did on my Wind Fury build to buy the level 5 tripods. But level 4 is still enough to make the build playable, and when it comes down to new players especially, I think that this Express event has been amazing, because the main reason why my Aeromancer is 1580, why she has so many level 5 tripods and why all of the other ones are level 4 is because of all the amazing quality of life changes that have happened over the last couple of weeks, or well, basically with the Akkan patch. The Express event that we got has been amazing, both in terms of the honing support that we had, as well as all the other stuff, like having 5x3 engraving support, full level 7s. We didn't get the level 8 gems for some reason. Maybe we'll get like an official statement on that at some point, but full level 7 gems is still really good. That's what most people are running, especially at 1540, which is where like a lot of people are at the end game. Of course, 1580 is our current end game, but still, if you're a new player, getting to 1540 and getting all of this free stuff is just amazing to set your character up and have it be playable. The extra experience potions we got allows you to get to 60 really quickly. If you don't already have a level 60 character because you're a new player, it gets you to like 55, 56 or something like that, which is already much better than being stuck at like level 51 or something like that. The tripod support, both from the Express event as well as from the Legion raid shops, because the Legion raid shops as well as the Triangle shop now allow you to buy some tripods, both level 4 and level 5 tripods. So that really helps you accelerate your power of your character, which is something that I really feel like was desperately needed for new players as well. Because when you're a new player, getting all of these things like 5 level 3 engravings, getting your level 7 gems, getting all of your tripods to level 5, those are things that take a very long time, or that just take a lot of gold to get done. And those are things that new players haven't really had the time to get yet. Like, they don't have that much gold, and if you're a new player, you of course don't have that much time spent in the game yet either. So the Express event has been amazing for that, and it's made not only my Aeromancer but also some alts that I've been building up. Like, for example, I made an AT Scouter, and I'm currently kind of still working on it, a Pistolier Deadeye. Been playing around with those classes a little bit, and just these quality of life changes have made it so easy for me to just make a new build and immediately just get like most of my tripods to level 4, if not all of them, just by running through the raids once. So it's been really amazing for that. So I'm really happy with this Express event, looking forward to getting the same or a better version of that when Soul Eater comes out in a couple months time. It's just been amazing, and if you're a new player looking to get into the game, I feel like now is definitely the best time to do so. The events are great, quality of life changes that have happened to like the dailies and such have been great as well. So it's definitely an amazing patch to get started with the game. But that's basically the progression that I've made on my Aeromancer. She's ready for Akkan. She has already cleared Akkan, as you can see from the background gameplay. I have been enjoying her a ton. The Drizzle build is fun, the Wind Fury build is even more fun. I will be doing a follow-up video where I talk a bit more about the Aeromancer class in general, kind of go over her playstyles, what she brings to the raid, that kind of stuff. But today I mainly just wanted to talk about my progression, to kind of also showcase what is possible nowadays in a very short span of time when it comes down to building up a new character, because I had to start from zero with this one, as she wasn't in the game yet. So of course I had a lot of materials saved up for this one, especially like gold and materials to hone. But when it comes down to like newer players, getting to 1490 is pretty easy. You might even be able to do that in like a week's time or something, even if you're starting from scratch. And then from there on out, getting to like 1500 and then eventually 1540 is definitely not that bad, especially if you're opting into the Express event. It's definitely a great time to get started with the game. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Let me know in the comments what character you chose for the Express event and how far you were able to get with that character. Kind of curious to see what you guys got up to as well. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.